So what is a short sale? That's a question that I get asked a lot as a mortgage professional, and something that you should really understand before you make an offer. A short sale, in its very simplest form, is an opportunity for a seller to sell their home to a buyer for less than what is owed on the seller's current mortgage. So let's just use some round numbers. If the seller owes $100,000 and he wants to sell that home, he goes and meets with his realtor, and the realtor says, hey, I've got some bad news for you. That home's only worth $90,000, and after you pay your fees, your real estate commissions, you're probably only going to get $80,000 out of that home. But the seller just has to sell. Lost his job, some disasters happened in the family, income's gone down, getting behind on his mortgage payments. That seller can go to their bank, and they can say, bank, I've gotten behind on my payments, I've lost my job, family emergency, whatever the case may be, I've got some financial hardship, and I have to get out of this thing. So I can either give it back to you, which you'll have to foreclose, pay your attorneys, clean the house, then remarket the house and sell the house, and remember, it's still only worth $80,000 or $90,000, and so you're going to make less, or you can allow me to stay in the home, keep the home up, mow the lawn, market the home, and I'll have my realtor market the home and sell the home, and we'll try and get top dollar out of this thing and pay you, Mr. Bank, as much as we possibly can. And so as a buyer, when you're coming in to buy a home from somebody who is in a short sale situation, just know that usually it takes some additional amount of time. I've seen a short sale take up to a year. I've also seen them take as little as 2 months. So that's just know that there's some extra red tape, because you're not just dealing with you as a buyer and them as a seller. You're dealing with the bank. So you write an offer to the seller accepts the offer, then the seller submits the offer into the bank starts doing their research and due diligence, making sure they think it's a fair offer and that the deal is satisfactory, kind of the best thing the bank's going to get. Then they'll sign off and let you buy that property out of the short sale situation. So short sale, meaning the sale, they're shorting the proceeds or shorting the amount owed to the bank. So it's a short payoff to the bank. That's why they call it a short sale. Now, there are two types of short sales, and this is extremely important for you to know the differentiation of these two types of short sales. You have a pre-approved short sale, and that's where the bank has already said, yes, Mr. Seller, I will allow you to do a short sale. I've done my market research, and the bottom amount that we'll take, the bottom line, is $80,000. So you can sell the house for more than that, but after real estate commissions, any closing costs that are going to be paid, the bank is not going to take less than $80,000. Then the realtor and the seller can go out and market that home to you, the buyer, and say, we have an approved short sale. So you write us an offer at $90,000, all the realtors get paid, the bank gets $80,000, and done deal, we're ready to close very quickly. Those transactions can happen in as little as a month. And when you have an unapproved short sale, meaning that the bank has not approved the amount of the short payoff to them, then those can take up to a year, because what happens is the process moves like this. You find the house, you write the offer. The seller agrees to take the offer, knowing that it's less than what he owes his bank. He submits that proposal with his realtor over to the bank, and the bank says, well, that's $30,000 less than what you owe us. We've got to launch into a whole research project here. So they send an appraiser out, or they send a realtor out to do what's called a market analysis, and then they determine through their loss mitigation departments if they're willing to take your offer. So the problem we have, especially right now, being May of 2010 when I'm filming this, is that there's a lot of foreclosures, especially locally here in Utah. And so these banks are overwhelmed and overworked with these short sale requests, and they just, it's not like cutting through butter with a hot knife. It takes a little bit of time to get through this. And so if you've got an unapproved short sale, my guess is your timeline is between 60 days in the best case scenario and a year. I've seen them take that long. If you have an approved short sale, probably between 30 and 60 days. So that's Short Sale 101. I've filmed 9 other of the most frequently asked questions, and I encourage you to visit my website and to fill out your information here.